everyone! Want to know how you can help Let's Talk About the Music stay on the air and earn some VIP privileges at the same time? Go to patreon.com/LTATM radio to find out how you can get involved. That's patreon.com. Let's talk about the music.
Hey Trump fans, this is Scott Gerling, aka One Man Rock Band. The only American artist writing Trump tunes will be on Let's Talk About the Music, Wednesday, November 2nd at 8 p.m. Pacific Time to talk about the basket of deplorables and all those who oppose them. Bring your sense of humor and your biggest gun. Talk to you then.
Let's Talk About the Music is wanting your sponsorship to help support local independent music and musicians worldwide. We have different levels of sponsorship for everyone, including up-and-coming bands and musicians, to give a little more boost to your promotions. Let's Talk About the Music is also looking to podcast live from your music-related special events, shows, and venues. For more information, go to letstalkaboutthemusic.com.
Magical Things offers fantasy art for festival and everyday living, featuring the fine arts and craft creations of Marjorie Delaney on practical printed products such as journals, mugs, costuming, wearable art, formal wear, and accessories. We also carry a line of magical supplies, including candles, oils, herbs, and limited ritual items. All items are created in a scenic studio space in Culpeper, Virginia, and available throughout the world online, as well as at festivals and events. Magical Things offers custom creations too, such as costuming, illustrations, and more. Come visit us at magicalfantasy.com.
Well, that was some boring music.
Spike?
Come on, where's the Justin Bieber? Where's the Katy Perry? Where's the Fall Out Boy?
Noddle, you have witch powers. Turn him into a chipmunk and feed him to the owl outside.
I will do no such thing. We're here to talk about our website.
HomeCanineNeutering.com?
What?
No! InvaderPet.com, where people can check out our comic strips or locate bookstores selling bookmarks with our comics on them. So, listeners, want to see comics of me, Noddle the Witch, my pets Kaylee Cat and Spike Beagle? Go to InvaderPet.com and check us out.
Seriously, though, you guys really have a canine neutering website?
Hey, Shels, you remember a few episodes ago we were talking about our Halloween special and haunted music venues?
That's right, yeah. We were actually searching the top 10 most haunted music venues in the world to be our ghostly honored guests.
Well, surprise, surprise, Club Congress from Arizona was chosen to join us on the show and talk about their history and haunted activities.
Pretty awesome. I'm really stoked. It has a lot of history. They've been on TV shows like Ghost Hunters.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Also,
it's gonna be spooky.
I can't wait. Plus, we added one more thing to the Halloween show. My good friend Lori Ann, who's happened to be a tarot card reader, will be joining us on the air and in the chat room to give our listeners a reading.
Well, that sounds fantastic. So, hey, everybody, join us on October 26th, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern Time, live only on Spreaker. Let's talk about the music.com. More details will be there. Go there now.
Hi, this is Dave from Cajun Co. We're based in Newcastle upon Tyne in the United Kingdom.
Hello, this is Kevin Gullickson with Radio Drive from St. Paul, Minnesota.
Hey, this is Stefan Groth from Germany-based fusion folk band Zerb, and you're listening to Let's Talk About the Music.
That's right. We're talking about Let's Talk About the Music. I'm Shels from Tacoma, Washington. And if you guys don't know where that is
Washington.
Washington. You need to Google it. Google Tacoma, Washington, because it's awesome. And also talking to Ohio, my co-host, the one and only.
The whole state?
The whole
I got
state.
the whole state here?
You get the whole damn state. Ohio.
Man, I got to get a bigger mic.
You do. Broadcast live, baby. From your living room. We have Spider. As in Spider in the Hall, because that's his musician name. Spider in the Hall.
That is the project. That's right.
And then from Tacoma, our very first Tacoma musician, ever. We got
Best news I've heard all day.
Sotaria is here, and she's been awesome. So, all right. So here is a bit for questions. The chat room's open for questions, and here's a phone number. The phone number's in the chat room too, but here's a phone number. You guys ready? I'll say it slowly. The area code 360-464-4216. That is your phone number. Give us a call, and for another half hour, she can answer you guys' questions. You can take a break. Kidding, not really. So, anyway, so questions in the chat room. Give us a call. There you go. Let's see. So, what else can we talk about you? This is basically your big old spotlight. Well, what do we should know about coming to your shows? What can we expect?
You can expect to dance.
That's for sure.
Yes, most definitely. We're actually working on adding a little more theatrics to our show as well. So that should definitely be really fun. Because who wants to go to a show where people just standing around? You know, we got to kick some things over, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think you're gonna hear some funkified music that touch your soul and just make you want to wiggle a little bit.
Woohoo! Definitely dance. That's for sure. Because I was dancing when I saw you. I was like, "Ooh, yeah, funky." So, guys, do you have any gigs coming up yet?
The earliest one that I have is November 11th. It's in Seattle right now.
Mm-hmm.
At the Stonehouse Cafe. We go on at 7 o'clock sharp, from 7 to 10. So we're just hanging out for a while. But yeah, we kind of stopped gigging for a little bit because we are going to be releasing a single. So we're recording right now.
Ooh, yay!
Yes.
It's always the best time to be taking a break.
Yes. We are not going to gig and record. I told the boys, I'm like, we're not doing that. No way. So, yeah, because we're definitely working on it. We're also working on an album, which I'm hoping will be finished and released by the February. So, yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So is it new music or stuff I've got already?
It's going to be... So I kind of want the full band because the demo is just electronic sounds that I just found a way to put together magically. So I definitely want to add the real instrumentation behind it, but there's also going to be another 8 songs. So it's definitely new music.
Nice. Yay! We should have an album release party for you. Yay!
I know. I got a plan. I got to kick this thing off, man.
You do. And I can broadcast it live, too. Ooh.
That'd be so cool.
That would be something. Yeah. We should do it.
We're going to do it.
That's right. All right, so I have to say your name, Sotaria, is a beautiful, beautiful name. So where did that come from and what does it stand for?
I actually just figured this out myself.
Really?
Yes. So I was named after my grandmother by my great-grandfather. But when I looked it up, it's actually Greek, which most of my family on my mother's side, which I was named after, is from Trinidad. So I'm like, if anything, it should have been like, I don't know, more of a like Spanish name or something, like Spanish descent. So, but I guess it means salvation. So I was not disappointed when I figured out the meaning of it.
That is awesome. Very, very pretty name. Just want to say that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I hated it forever because, you know, when you're young and you just want to be like everybody else, it's like, Sotaria, what the heck is that? What is that? It's like, should I be like Haley or something? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you because I didn't like being short. I'm 4'11". I hated it when I was younger, but now, yeah, I love it. You know?
Yeah.
It's not the same thing as your name or anything, but I get I'm just trying, I feel you.
Yeah, exactly. You understand. You smell. Yeah, you smell 7 inch.
Yeah, I smell you. I smell you.
Are you going to start saying, do you smell what the Shels is cooking, Shels?
No. No.
I'll say it for you then. I'll make sure I say it every show from now on.
Oh, good Lord Almighty! Yeah, and you ran into and destroyed your desk fan. There.
Yeah, I do. It's pretty broken up. It definitely is. It won't be fanning anytime soon.
Yes. He got in a fight with a desk fan, and we both lost. So
It was the middle of the night. It was dark. I couldn't see. I heard a noise. It was a cat.
Oh my God, those dang cats.
Just ended up being a cat, so, it's bruised some ribs, all for the cat. That's how it goes.
They'll do that to you.
All right, so are you the only person in the family that's actually singing?
I have. He's not technically my cousin, but he's like been a part of the family. He actually just moved out here. His name is Benny Sweet, and he is a R&B singer. But from my immediate family, I really am the only singer. I guess I found out that it's funny. I basically got all the talents from my grandparents. So my grandfather, when he lived in Trinidad, he used to play for the soccer league over there, the soccer team over there, and for Trinidad. And then my grandmother, she was actually an orphan in Trinidad. And to raise money, she would sing and put on shows. So I was the only singer/soccer player in the family. So I just took all their skills, I guess. I don't know.
Well, that's pretty awesome, actually.
I know. I think it's like pretty cool.
Absolutely. All right, so no questions at all, anybody? Wow. That's really...
I know,
So it gets to be a slow, shy night sometimes in the chat room. You got to excuse them once in a while. They get shy.
All right, so let's see here. See what other topics we can actually talk to. So what are you looking forward to it when you, in your music career, what are you looking for?
I really love writing. I do it all the time. It stems from, I was actually homeschooled for a while, and I used to write these stories where people actually were like following my story. And then my mom was like, why don't you just start songwriting? And I just couldn't believe that I could songwrite for so long. And then finally I did it, and I was like, holy crap, I'm actually really good at this.
Cool, yeah.
But I love telling stories, and I love lifting people's spirits a lot. And that's like my whole reason why I'm doing music. I want people to be them and to feel good and just to thrive in whatever it is and find true happiness, and which is not driving a Range Rover with 3 gold chains and a giant mansion, because happiness can be, I don't know, your goal is to be a server and be the best server that there is and have a nice house and, a good car that just works, I feel like that's my main goal for music. I just want people to be happy and understand their worth and find the truth in their life.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So how about this? Is there any cheesy kind of a songs? What's kind of
this is a Marjorie question.
Yes,
She usually asks this from the chat room.
No.
Is there what is your guilty pleasure band or song that's just kind of like one of those cheesy songs that people might be like, you like that song? Why? But you just love it because it's just, it's just a good song to you.
It calls out.
Okay. So, Toxic by Britney Spears. I absolutely love that song.